Hello and shalom. This is Jay Rivka Sulin, founder and executive director of Ancient Roots Israel. Ancient Roots Israel is the first international herbal conference and community in Israel. We are that community, by the way. Our next conference is scheduled for January 26th through 28th, 2021. Welcome to our virtual plant walk. You know the drill. Locate the sun, roll up your sleeves to the elbows, uncover your hair, take off your glasses, hike up your skirts, roll up your pants, and expose the largest organ in your body, the skin, to the sun so you can get your at least 15 minutes a day of vitamin D. Vitamin D is really what you need to build and maintain a healthy immune system during corona times and all times. Behind me, you will see the tree we're going to cover today in our class. I'm going to flip the camera around. There we go. And you will see a tree that is 2 stories high. I'm going to get back a little bit further. So, 2-story high tree. Here is the roof of my house. Here is the tree, and I'm just going to follow this all the way down, if you can see that. We'll look through these bars. So this tree happens to be growing really tall, really narrowly. This tree has got to be about, I want to say, maybe 15 years old, something in that age range. It was given to us as a gift by a neighbor. I'm going to show you their tree in just a minute. I'm going to walk over there. When we moved into our houses, it was already at that time, I believe, 8 years old. So this is their tree. We actually planted ours very close, one next to the other, not on purpose, but it worked out that way. This is called Jujube, Ziziphus Jujube. And you can see that theirs is working on that 2 stories. Theirs gets much more shade than ours does. But as you can see here, it's growing a little bit more spread out, a little bit wider than ours, even though it isn't as tall. The jujube tree, here's ours from another view. The jujube tree is, it's a scrappy looking tree typically, and it can grow to very tall heights, some I think 20 feet or more, and or it can look like a little bush, like a little shrub. So I'm just going to get a close-up of the bark, and we'll cover some of the ways to identify jujube. Okay, here's that really pretty furrowed bark in it, and you can see the jujube fruits are growing on it. Now, one of the great things, we actually planted this one in front of our mamad window, because to get past this tree, it was planted a bit close to the house, but oh well, there you go. This tree is covered in thorns. Most of them have thorns, and that's part of what they're known for. Oh, here's a little one shooting out, little offshoot here. Let's see if we can get the thorns close up here. Yeah, so I don't have to go back in there. So if you can see, ooh, they are sharp. Hang on, here, there's a little teeny tiny one. Can you see that? Let's see. Can you see that little one? I mean, it's really tiny. Look at my thumb. That one just gave me a good poke. So these pokes, these thorns are sharp. Here is a longer one, if I can show you, right under my finger right there. Can you see that? Quite sharp. The leaves are slightly serrated, if you can see that. And, these newer ones, less so, but that is one of the signs. Can you see that? Okay. And yeah, lots of thorns, these beautiful kind of glossy leaves. You know, I'm not great on those technical terms like pinnate and oval, whatever, all this. I like to keep it really simple. You can always learn those technical terms if you want to go into it. But really, herbal medicine is people's medicine. So I don't have to know all those terms or memorize them or anything to recognize a tree or a plant or use it. You don't have to have a degree in botany in order to identify fruit or medicine. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with everybody. You don't need to be an expert. But here's a jujube, and these are a little bit underripe. Jujubes can vary in color from this yellowish greenish or yellowish reddish. I'm colorblind, so this is actually the I'm colorblind on the red-green spectrum for certain shades. So this one is a little tricky for me once we get into these yellows and greens. They're feeling too hard. When they have a little bit of give, you know, I like to eat them when they're really tart and they taste very crisp, like an apple. You can taste those nice tannins in them. Some people wait till they get really red, and in that case, they're called like Chinese dates or red Chinese dates or something like this. So, yeah, I don't know if you can see these here. They're used in traditional Chinese medicine. I'm not a practitioner, so if you are, comment below. I understand they cover the sweet and salty tastes in traditional Chinese medicine. The leaves are used medicinally as poultices, and the fruits are used also medicinally. They're very high in vitamin C. A super ripe fruit is used as a laxative. But these underripe fruits, and again, we're not quite there yet with them, but they are used as they're used against diarrhea. So that's another really fun usage. A lot of fruits have this kind of usage. It comes to mind like apples or pears, baked usually. You know, where more of the sugars have had time to... Oh, here we go. There's another offshoot. These will probably need to get trimmed. But here's some interesting coloration here, if you can see that not all the leaves have. Perhaps there's some, you know, reason in the soil or something for that, because this certainly isn't sprayed. And here's some more of these thorns that you can see back here. I hope you can see them. Maybe I'll put my hand back here. This plant is used as an anti-aphrodisiac. So if people are feeling a little bit too lustful, or that their sexual urges and impulses are a bit out of control and they'd like to cool down the genitals, cool down that desire a little bit, then they would use this plant. It's also used as, I think it has a slight soporific effect. It can make you a bit sleepy, a bit relaxed. Hi. I'm going to try and get this from an angle, go back up, perhaps. I was just looking for a big one, so maybe I could break it open for you and you could see the pits. It is in the same family as grapevine. Actually, or it's related. I can't say exact same family, greater family. So it's definitely related to the grapevine. You know, they're about the size of olives. So where was I? Anti-anxiety. So that soporific effect kind of moving into anti-anxiety. Also for upset stomachs, digestive tract. The science I've read on it has used the extract. Okay, hang on, babe. I'll be there soon. Extract of the fruit. But you can just eat the fruits. Let's see if this one's ready. Here, that one might be ready. Okay. Okay, so sadly you missed the moment of truth because my hair cover fell off right when I was going to turn the camera. But anyway, this one is actually ready. They're sweet. They can have a little bit of tartness like an apple, but they're a little bit more mealy on the inside. Can you hear that? It's crisp like an apple, but a bit mealy. And there's the pit, if you can see that. I know, but I love the videos where I'm eating in front of you. Like, go out and try one. But there's a nice sweetness there. Anyway, they have right now this nice kind of firm, taut green flesh. This is how I like them. As they grow, I saw one that's just starting to blush. Hang on, this one right here, it's just starting to get that red blush. Let me try and do this without pricking myself. You see that red blush up there? I can't see because the sun's on me. In my eyes. In the eyes. Whoops. Uh-oh. I think I took one down by accident. Anyway, but yeah, so once they start kind of getting that little blush to it, that's about ready. This one didn't have that blush, but it was nice and big. And I just felt when I pressed on it, just the slightest bit of give. It's still extremely firm. So it's not like a ripe peach or anything like that. It's still quite firm. There's the tree behind me. But, yeah. Jujube. Now, my mother-in-law tells me that these grow around Sfat. I'm not in Sfat. I'm in the Galil. And she says that they are called Sfasfis or something like this from the word Sfat or Sfas. And that this is, it's known as like a tree in Sfat that kind of represents a wild weedy tree or shrub. I mean, it's a tree, but it can look like a shrub. It can be pretty low to the ground. So I'm going to turn this again. That's another fun factoid. Here, this one's starting to get that little bit of blush, if you can see it. So that one might be ready too. And here's another one getting that blush. You see that? So I'm pressing really hard with my fingers. It's not giving at all. That one's still really firm. I wanted to eat down to the pit, so let me do that. Okay, so here's a little pit. Oh, and it does have a slight mucilage quality to it, which is important. Here, we'll get Nachal's reaction.
It has to be wet to be completely white.
No. I like it this way. I like it this way better than when it's red. You're not a fan?
When it has more of a sweet taste, and I have a sweet tooth.
That's true. Okay, well, there you go. That's another take on it. So, oops, right to get the top of the tree. Against the sky there. So now, gangrene is what it's used for as well, traditionally. Leaves can be used as a poultice. I don't know a lot about it, although I know it's highly antimicrobial. So it could probably be used on pussy wounds and this sort of thing. Both the pulp of the fruit as well as the leaves. I'm not sure if the bark can be used. Look at that. What a gorgeous little twig here. Right. So I think I've covered most of the uses that I'm familiar with. For us personally, it's just a nice little snack. Oh, here's one that's already turned colors. Whoop! Oh no, and I lost. Oh, that is sad. Did you guys catch it while it was there? I need someone down below to catch it. Look how far it goes down. Oy, oy, oy. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. You couldn't taste it anyway. But yeah, some of these are starting to turn, so we could probably start harvesting pretty soon. We've got a lot of nice jujubes. So anyway, tell us what you think about jujubes in the comments below. Tell us how you use them. I'd be really interested. I was just learning about their uses in traditional Persian medicine, the medicine of Iran. And you know who would know more about that probably is Nissim Crispell, who was one of our speakers last year at Ancient Roots and led an incredible cooking plant walk with us. So he might be a good resource if you want to learn more about the Persian uses of this plant, of jujube. And because it's native to this region and Asia, I believe, Euro-Asia, something like that. Oh, I see another red one. Hang on. I'm going to try to grab it. What could possibly go wrong? Boom. There we go. Okay. So there's that blush. Here, we'll do my reaction. My reaction. That's better. It tastes like a crisp red apple. This one. See, a bit mealy inside. But nice and sweet with that slimy kind of mucilage. So again, I would say anything oiling the joints, arthritis, digestion. Did I mention digestion? Because that's a really well-known usage. Oh yeah, I talked about the diarrhea and the constipation. But anything, ulcers in the intestinal tract, this would all be great for that. A lot of people eat the fruits dried. Dried fruits really bring out a lot of those sugars, so it's harmful, especially for diabetics, to eat a lot of the dried, and diabetics are encouraged not to eat these at all, I believe, even in the fresh state. But I haven't tried them dried, but I've got the tree right here in my yard, so I just like it fresh. So anyway, the flesh, when I say it's a blush, again, I'm colorblind. I don't know if you can see that color, but maybe get this on. It's almost like an amber, brownish, chestnutty, yellowish. It's not quite. I mean, it's reddish. Don't ask the colorblind woman. But it does have a very interesting color. But there's lots of different shades and different types. There are over 400 species in the Ziziphus, I hope I'm saying that, spectrum. And yeah, enjoy.